Welcome in, everybody. Glenn Younes again for my reoccurring video blog here on PressBoxOnline.com. Thank you to our sponsor, CarBiz. Check them out online, carbiz.com, on all their social platforms. It's at CarBiz. So thank you to them, and thank you for watching and sharing and retweeting and pushing this thing in a major way. We're going to get it going big, and we're going to get some fan interaction going today. Ravens make history on Sunday at M&T Bank Stadium, but not the type of history we wanted. They are now 0-3 on the season, losing to the Bengals 28-24. I called it 27-23 in this here blog, so we got close, and unfortunately we were right. The Ravens did not remain victorious. Here's a bright note before we get to listener interaction and audience interaction here. The Ravens really had no business being in that game down 14-0 at half. It probably should have been 21-3 if Tucker made that long 50-yarder. Tucker, by the way, what's up, brother? Did the commercial for him, CarBiz, and have a picture here in my office of it, so that's pretty cool in the background. But, probably should have been 21-23 Ravens at half. It was 14-0. Ravens put up a touchdown, make it a one-touchdown game. But the Bengals were the Bungles for that mid-stretch of that game where they really, in the first half, were going up and down the field anytime they wanted. John Harbaugh with a couple gutsy / desperate fourth down conversions that went. I mean, you can't say enough about Steve Smith. What an unbelievable performance from that guy. Yin and the yang, though, that is who he is. Problem is, look, he got sick. He had to literally give everything he had just to give that performance, and nobody can do that week in and week out. Hashtag 150 catches this year was something I put on my Twitter at GUnitRadio throughout the game. Steve Smith can't have that many receptions every week for the Ravens as a team to be successful all season long. At 0-3, their chances are 2% that they're going to make the postseason. Season's not over because they got a bunch of games to play. Tough spot for sure with the Ravens now. They, look, the season's not over now. This is about developmental and other stuff going forward. Okay, it was a rough loss. We understand. I give the Ravens a whole heck of a lot of credit for even staying in that game. As I mentioned, they really had no business being in it. Since he outclassed them all the way, the Ravens' fight, the Ravens' toughness, and the Ravens' aggressive nature was really the reason they stayed in it, and the Bungles were a little bit of the Bungles. Okay, so after the game, I tweeted and put on my Facebook page, hey, give me some interaction and maybe you'll make my PressBoxOnline.com video blog. So I pulled 3 different questions, and here they are. This one is from Joe Cool. Joe's at JDMarsh22. He says, the secondary is an obvious issue. One man lit up the entire secondary for 220-plus yards and a pair of touchdowns. And of course, he's talking about A.J. Green. Couple things here. Did A.J. Green have his way with the Ravens secondary? Absolutely. Is A.J. Green one of the premier wide receivers in all of football? Without question. Does he have a track record of being an elite wide receiver specifically against the Ravens? Yes. Did Jimmy Smith not have his best day? No, he did not have his best day. Ladarius Webb actually looked pretty good. Ladarius Webb probably played the best out of any member of that secondary yesterday, and that's a good thing. Third game, his off-season was rehab intensive, so now he's getting into the full swing of things. JD, I will tell you, the secondary got torched yesterday. I think everybody saw that. My short answer is, I think of the units, that with Hill and Kendrick Lewis and Kyle Arrington, we thought better things of them. And we may have saw it in week 1 against Denver, and that's it. So I'll hedge here a little bit, but I will say I think you're right. The secondary was in question against Cincinnati, and it's something to keep a major eye out on. Let's do it that way. Next question is from Adam Bednarsik. He's at room 177. What's up, Adam? Thank you for reaching in. Couple things that he has a problem with. 1, wide receivers. 11-14, meaning Kamar Aiken, awesome dude. Marlon Brown, great dude, are even on the field. Why are they even on the field, he asks. Why are Aiken and Marlon Brown on the field? Listen, I think Kamar and Marlon Brown are professionals. The problem is they're complementary players to studs and stars and breakout guys. Ravens don't have that mismatched tight end like Tyler Eifert. The Ravens don't have that absolute premier, unbelievable big wide receiver you can throw a fade to in the end zone in A.J. Green. They have Steve Smith, who's absolutely unbelievable. But those guys are complementary guys. We're asking them to do more than probably they're capable of in this early part of their career, too. Adam says, no DBs can cover. Well, look, they got torched by a great receiver, and we just talked about that. And then no linebacker or D lineman or linebackers getting pressure. He says number 3. Look, Adam, you're absolutely right. Can't get to the quarterback. You're not going to affect the passing game as much. Suggs is out. Dumerville's a one-man band. It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. They got a sack on a safety and a corner blitz this past weekend, but against Cincinnati, but the D-line is getting no pressure, and the linebackers. C.J. Mosley's super quick to the guys, side to side, but he's not going after the quarterback, and neither is Darryl Smith. Their traditional linebackers are outside linebackers. And without Suggs, it's tough. And then the third one, from Josh Levine, JS Levine 78. You can see it right here. Harbaugh needs to stop being a jerk with the media. Fans want to know where was Gilmore. We pay his salary. Well, that's old John Harbaugh for you. I don't have any comments on that because I just don't know what to tell you. He doesn't really like to answer questions, and especially about injuries. He thinks it's a competitive advantage. Wait till Wednesday and the injury report comes out. My thought was maybe Crockett got his bell rung and they kept him out for precautionary measures. He was walking around the sidelines and talking to folks. I don't know exactly why he wasn't in the game, but we will find out. And when we do, we'll know. About Harbs being a jerk, I think any coach that's 0-3 is not going to be feeling it, if you know what I mean. More questions and comments. We'd love them. Subscribe and share. Do all that stuff. Again, thank you to CarBiz. Check them out online, carbiz.com, Baltimore's used car dealer. They're the best in the world if you ask me, but that's not official. I don't have a stamp for that. And of course, as always, I'll be here on PressBoxOnline.com. I will talk to you next time.